Alright guys, little check-in for Sunday. See what's going on with the Seafelt shenanigans today. Worked last night. Stacy worked this morning. So, I'm on the garage. I got dinner cooking in the house, made a crock of chili. Stacy sent me what I needed to get and I built it. And I'm out here in the garage watching football. I did notice, not that you can see because he's not going to do it, but I put a new seal on the bottom of the garage door recently and on the sides. Once I put the furnace in, I want to make sure she was sealed up good. But I was noticing a gap. See if Frank will let me. There's a gap on the bottom. Oh yeah, sorry Frank. I screwed you all up. There's a gap on the bottom. And I know I can adjust the rollers and the cables up top, both sides, so it'll set down better. So I was messing with those, trying to get the door to set a little better. I made a mistake. I loosened up both rollers at the same time, and then the spring in the middle unwound itself. So I've got to reattach my cables properly, lock the bar, and then tension that torsion spring. I don't have the exact tools to do it. I'm not a garage door guy. I don't have torsion bars that you're supposed to have, but I've got some tools. I'm gonna make it work. So we're gonna try and make a video and I'll explain it as I go through it's the same thing if you gotta change a cable, if you gotta change a spring, same concept minus a couple steps, but I'm just reattaching everything, putting tension on my door, because right now, I can't lift the door. It's the weight of the garage door. So I've got to get the spring back on it so I can lift the door. So we're going to try that and see if I can explain it as we go and see if Frank will keep up with me. I'm not sure how this is going to go. All right, that's up there, that's up there. I think I got all my tools. No, I got to go up. The cable's still attached at the bottom. My roller's unhooked. It's free rolling. I already loosened up the set screws on it. So, I gotta reattach this cable. Get that snugged up. If anybody needs a more in-depth video on exactly how this works, I will gladly do it. Just right now, I'm trying to get it correct. That was on there when I was channel locks. Important tool for this project. Okay, you gotta get that wheel tight, hand tight. Cable wrapped around it. There's a notch, there's a groove. You gotta make sure it follows the groove. Make sure it's in the notch correctly. Tighten up these set screws to hold this wheel and this cable. Takes about a 3/4 turn on each set screw. There's 2 of them. Get that 1, 2, 1/4 turns each. 3. We get the other one. That one I got pretty hand tight. Okay, now that one's there. So that set screws are set on that wheel. They're now attached to the rod. Now we're gonna put a little tension on the rod here, on the bar. Put the vice grips on it. Now the vice grips are holding tension on this cable and this bar here. Now we're going to go to the other side, reattach that cable, and all I'm doing this, all I want to do is get rid of some of the gap at the bottom, because my driveway here, me and Stacy's place, the driveway runs downhill from the Noseville, from the Presbyterian Road. And then everything runs into the garage. So I was trying to seal it up a little bit. Normally in the winter it's not an issue, but obviously if you're from Western New York or you've watched the weather in Western New York, you've seen that we get snow, snow melts. We get snow, snow melts. So I've had a little water running in the garage. I did put a drain in it when we put the concrete in a couple years ago. But I'm no master concrete guy. But I did it, along with some help from some buddies. So there's a concrete floor in here. It used to be dirt and stone. But the water doesn't exactly run towards the drain. My pitch is off. It runs to the outer wall. Over there. And then it sits there. So, trying to keep some of the water out. Okay. I don't know if you can hear that. All right, we got tension on, we've got that roller and that cable tight, that roller and that cable tight. Now we get to go to the fun part. I'm not going to say fun because it's dangerous. This is not the proper way to do this because I don't have the proper tool. This is more of a, hey, if you've got a garage, your spring broke, some reason your cable broke, your spring came untensioned, you can fix it. It's simple. You've just got to go through it with the right steps. So, these are my torsion bars. Okay, they're just Craftsman screwdrivers that are broke, but they're heavy enough and wide enough. And if you see, I don't know if you can see from back there, on the tension part of the spring, there's 4 holes, corded out all the way around. So you tighten the spring up a quarter turn at a time. Now on, I think it's 7-foot door, I think it's 28 to 30 quarter turns. So, set screws are loose. So this is free rolling. Right now there's a screwdriver holding it. I mean a torsion rod holding it up top here. So right now I'm gonna get the tension off of it. And then we're gonna start from scratch putting tension on this because I am not gonna lie, I made a mistake when I first started just trying to do this real quick. That's when I decided I was gonna make a video. I went the wrong way with the spring. So, very carefully, you make sure you're all the way into it, not just the tip of it, because you do not want the tension of this spring to come flying around. It will hurt you. And actually, I am lined up a little bit off. I want to be offset in case this does let go. I don't end up eating a screwdriver. Okay, the spring's loose. The rod's tight between the vice grip and the cables. So now we're going to start putting tension on the spring. Just got to make sure your set screws are loose so it moves freely. And I was like, this is tight. I verified my center bracket's tight on it. They make left springs, right springs. When you're looking at the door, this is a left-sided spring. So we're going to start tightening this quarter turn at a time. Like I said, it's got to be, if I remember correctly, approximately 30 turns. I will fast forward this video so you're not watching every single turn. And no, I haven't been counting. No, see, I still think I'm going the wrong way. Hang on. Let me check something. I still feel like I'm going the wrong way. See, that's tight there. No, we're going the wrong way. It's basic physics. I'm gonna go up, and then she's gonna roll. All right, let's try this again. Trust me, I'm a YouTube guy. Okay, turn 0. She wants to fall out, but not quite. So that way you know you've got no tension, see? On your spring, it's like ground zero for the spring. Oh, I put a hole in the door. Don't tell the wife. All right, here we go. 30 quarter turns. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Like I say, make sure if you have the proper rods that you're putting them all the way in the hole. You do not want these to slip out. $17, $14, $15. Okay, we're about halfway there. A lot of tension now. We're about 20, 21, 22, 29. Okay. Buried that bottom one in to make sure she's all the way in. We're at 29 turns, and there's a lot of tension on it. Now, I want to make sure this wheel hasn't gotten bound up as I'm winding it. So I want to make sure I can take some tension off of it. She's not bound lengthwise, because you tighten it up, the spring moves in and out. So we're going to give it a tap as I'm holding this in to here to make sure I am all the way out on my spring. Okay. Now the spring is stretched as far as she's going to go. Not that wrench, this one. My 3/8 box wrench. Once she's tight to the rod, you want to go like 3/4 of a turn. You don't need to bury the set screws to bottom it out, because all you're going to then do is you're going to bend the rod or break the cast at the end of this. Okay, that one's tight. There you go, just a smidge more on that one. Okay, all my set screws are tight. Now we're going to relieve a little bit of tension on this end so I can pull this torsion rod out. Oh, hang on. No. The vice grip's off. So the rod will turn. There we go. Okay. Now, there's tension on the spring. There's nothing holding it. Wire's tight. Wire's not bound anywhere on any of the rollers. Wire's tight. Okay, now we do a test to see if we can open the door. Ring out of the way. Lock's undone. Curiosity, let's check the gap. Oh, the door is sealed. Cross your fingers, folks. We did this right. Otherwise, you're never going to see this video. Okay, what did we do wrong? Okay, she's coming back down. All right, stand by. I'm gonna do a little research and figure out why the door is not staying up. Stand by.